Okay. Good morning, goddesses. How are we doing? Welcome to the Sexy Sunrise Show. If you've never joined me here before, my name is Bianca Adelia. I have been a professional boudoir photographer for almost 6 years, and I take this time every single morning to stop patterns that don't support self-love. I get myself dressed for the morning. I set an intention for the type of woman I want to be, and I get the show on the road. I've been using astrology and tarot as um, as part of my personal development so that I had something to kind of hang on to. And I've been using these things very loosely for almost 12 years and just recently getting, more deeper into it. So that's what I kind of like to share with you. We're going to tap into the cosmos and what's going on. And then at the very end, we're going to talk about the tarot card that I pulled today. And then I'm going to set my intention with you for the type of woman I want to be. So let's go ahead and take a look at the astrology. Beth, hey! Yes. How you doing, girl? All right, awesome. So let's go ahead and tap into our Cosmo Forecast. Boop, boop. All right, so we are still in Capricorn season. Nothing has changed there. We still have this desire for not a humble approach, but a more structured approach so that we're kind of breaking down the walls of the lies of who we are with the sun being in Capricorn. I'm going to talk about the moon in Libra a lot today. There's a lot to cover there. Mercury is still in Capricorn, which is pushing us to have more deeper and more connected exchanges with people. We're kind of pushing through all the BS, things like that. And then Venus is still in Sagittarius. So this is making us very curious. It's going to make us very curious about the self-love patterns that we have for ourselves, our own self-love discovery. And we have this curiosity for more knowledge around it, and we're seeking more tools to try to find this deeper part of ourselves. But we've been in, the Venus has been in Sagittarius for a while, so nothing has changed there. And Mars is still in Aries. Tomorrow we're going to be shifting into Taurus. So this is important. Yesterday I was kind of touching on this also. It's important that Mars is in Aries right now because today's going to be the last day that's going to give you that, this more action-based energy, which was kind of pushing you into the pursuit of finding more things about yourself. Tomorrow when we move into Taurus, Taurus is a lot like Capricorn in that Taurus kind of like has a determination. Taurus will kind of persevere. Taurus will keep going, and Taurus, the zodiac Taurus is very resilient. So today's going to be that last day to kind of seek all the knowledge that you're seeking. And then tomorrow, once Mars moves into Taurus, we're really going to be pushing towards creating that determination in that seeking that we've been. So we've been seeking lots of knowledge and things like that. And tomorrow we're going to be moved into more of a determined instead of assertive energy, if that makes any sense. So let's take a look at the moon, because the moon is in Libra. This plays a really big thing that's, it plays a really big role in the energy that we're going to feel today. And with the moon being in Libra, the moon plays really well in every single sign. So not really anything bad with the moon. The moon is also not in any quarrelsome transits with any planets like Mars or anything like that. So really great moon and Libra energy today. And when the moon is in Libra, we might see that we have this bigger capacity to connect with people. We might see that we are seeking people who mirror certain parts of us. So yesterday I was talking a lot about how I feel like I'm seeing a lot of fakeness around me and a lot of like BS in other people. And the way that this kind of, whenever you're checking in with yourself to see where that's coming from, a lot of times it can be the things that you're seeing in other people is mirroring in you. So yes, I think it's true that I am seeing a lot of like crap, like a lot of like BS that people, the way that people are showing up in life and things like that, and not necessarily for the sake of being fake, but just because we're all kind of on this journey, we're all on this quest, and we're all doing what we think we need to do. But in me seeing that in other people, I'm also today going to take the time to see where it is in myself. Like, where am I actually full of shit? You know what I mean? So today I'm going to be checking in with that also. So we've got this desire to connect with our environment and to seek out people who are mirroring things in us that we want to also see. So if you're wanting like more spontaneousness in your life, you're probably going to seek out more spontaneous people so you can get that mirror, so that part of yourself can kind of like bubble to the surface. If you are someone who's craving more deeper connection within themselves, you might be more drawn to someone like me, who's more of a deep thinker and more introverted and stuff like that. So that's the kind of energy you're going to see. You're going to be seeking environments, you're going to be seeking people, you're going to be seeking, you want the reflections that you're seeing in the world to reflect the part of you that you want to see. So this can also show up in your home life. So you might be wanting to redecorate. Maybe your house doesn't feel like your house anymore. You've done so many changes to your inner self. So now you want to redecorate and you want to make your house feel like it's you. It has a lot to do with that. So you might want to host like a dinner gathering if you're an extroverted person. That's the Libra energy we're going to kind of see today. So with that being said, something that's going to be really great to check in with yourself is going to be in analyzing boundaries. So this can look like boundaries within yourself. This can look also in regards to boundaries of other people. So we're trying to find people, we're trying to find environments, we're trying to find things that are reflective of who we want to be, right? So when we think about boundaries, we're thinking about boundaries we want to set in ourselves so that we are not putting ourselves in situations to be in environments that don't reflect what we want. So that's how that can kind of show up. And let's take a look here. Decluttering will be a really great thing to do today too in your house. Like, get rid of all that stuff that's not you anymore. So I wanted to go over, the moon is actually trined up to Saturn and Jupiter. Everyone kind of talked about the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter for a while. It was December 21st is when they were the closest together. They're still kind of like rocking and rolling in that same kind of energy. And Saturn and Jupiter are in Aquarius signs. So Aquarius and Libra are both air signs. So this is going to be a lot more of that intellectual energy that we were talking about yesterday and has been going on. So the moon has been trying up to Saturn and Jupiter for a while, but today the moon is in Libra. So we're continuing that intellectual energy and things like that. So another thing I wanted to touch on is with this intellectual energy and the last day of Mars being in Aries, today is really going to be the best day to take that last look on the person that, like, the direction you want to pursue tomorrow. Today's going to be the last day to kind of look at that energy. And of course, you can still do anything you want to, but today's going to have that supportive energy to really take that last look at everything and really kind of come to a conclusion so that tomorrow you can start kind of like walking in the direction of those things. So the other thing, this is like something top secret, I'm not ready to talk about today, but we have some other energy coming in, and this is going to be a lot having to do with transformation. With the planets and everything like that, we see that the energy is supportive of creating this environment where you can take this last look on everything. And so this really pushes us into this like this transformation in a way of us trusting our instincts more. So we've been going through this kind of dark age all the way, the entire year last year. Everything is kind of like been pushing us to this transformation that should be happening this year. So that's the energy today. You're gonna get this drive pretty soon that you're gonna be okay. You're gonna get the drive to pursue the thing that you want to be, to pursue the woman that you want to be. And it's going to feel really good, because I feel like when we are going through a transformation, for many of us, it can feel like this hopeless kind of loop. It can feel like this thing that's never going to end. And very soon, starting today, we're going to start seeing this energy of like possibility, and this energy of drive, and this energy of perseverance and resilience and things like that. So really, really good things are coming. I want to go over the card that I pulled today. So it's so interesting. Like I know tarot is trendy right now. I know this spiritual thing is trendy. I know that like everybody's kind of doing it. But I have found in like the 12 years that I have been pulling this that everything, it's always so true and it always hits home every single time that I do it. And I've noticed when I've followed other professional astrologers and other professional intuitives that like my stuff always lines up. So let's go ahead and take a look at the pool today. Yes, there we go. All right, so I'm going to hold up the card here so you can see it in an upright position, but I did draw it in the upside down position. So let me get this focused for you. There we go. All right, so let's take a look. Ruler of Swords, which is also in the original tarot deck, would be the King of Swords. Swords is our very airy, intellectual energy. We see that there's a triangle in the back, and usually whenever I see triangles and things, this symbolizes integration for me. So we see that the integration is all the way up here at the top, and then we've got some butterfly wings, and a lot of times those wings can represent maybe like an immaturity, maybe a sort of naiveness, or entitlement. Entitlement. So here we have the crown. Like I said, in the original tarot deck, the ruler of swords is actually the king of swords. So that's where we see this crown here. And then we've got this eye right here in the middle. So we've kind of analyzed this card. We want to talk about integration. We want to talk about rulership. We want to talk about naiveness and immaturity. So drawing upside down like this card can definitely symbolize exactly what I was talking about in the very beginning of the show. How yesterday I was kind of seeing like, why is everybody so full of shit? Like that's the kind of feelings I was having yesterday. So today would be a great time to lead myself in wondering, where are the parts of me that are full of shit? Like where am I showing up and I'm full of shit too? So that would be kind of like the integration of this card. Also with the King of Swords, it can also, in this deck has a lot to do with personal development and your inner journey. But if we relate this also to the original tarot deck, the King of Swords can also signify somebody in your life who is maybe manipulating their power. Or with the butterfly wings, maybe they feel entitled to something and they have not necessarily worked for it. This can be like a Gemini in your life. This can be a Libra in your life, or an Aquarius in your life. Does not necessarily have to be male or female, or it can represent you, of course. But that's what we can kind of see in the Ruler of Swords. So lots of energy of like reevaluating yourself and seeing where maybe you're pursuing a goal or expecting this goal to occur in a certain way or in a certain timely manner that maybe you haven't earned, or maybe this can be an ego thing. This could definitely be an ego thing. So ego is kind of where we see that entitledness, and kind of where we see where you expect things to be a certain way just because you are who you are, instead of actually working for it, instead of doing the inner work, instead of doing like the steps and just expecting to have it. So this can definitely represent a space where maybe you need to check in with your own ego, or maybe you need to check in with the people that are around you. Ooh, Moon and Libra energy here. All right, so let's take a look. When the moon is in Libra, there's all these amazing aspects, right? But when the moon is in Libra, something that you can also see is you're super sociable, and because of this, it makes you very open to your environment. It makes you easily manipulated because you're feeling the people that are around you in a higher way. So with this Ruler of Swords, you might really want to check in and see if there is somebody in your life who you might feel manipulated by. You might feel is manipulating their power or their role as whatever they are in your life. This might be like, this could be like a mom or a dad or somebody in some kind of authoritative way. Ooh, I didn't even think about that when I was like, the gears were turning this morning. Oh yeah. I always draw exactly what I need to hear. Woo, that's amazing. Okay, awesome. So that is the ruler of swords energy for today. So you want to check in with yourself. You want to check in with your environment. Make sure things aren't manipulating you and things like that. And what's so funny is this actually pulls me right into my intention for the day and basically like the message of this whole thing. Dakota, right? So funny that you say that, because I was actually just talking to, I don't want to say like who it is or anything like that, but I was talking to somebody this morning, and it same thing, but it's like with their spouse. So really cool. But yeah, this pulls me right into my intention that I want to set for today. And I am building my intentions around what I believe the message of the day is, and that is in mastering your intuition. That's going to be what I'm putting in the caption today. So I feel like there is going to be this really big need to transform your relationship with your intuition so that you can see things. And when we talk about our intuition, sometimes we know things that don't make sense to know. Like sometimes we just know like, ooh, this crowd like is not the right energy, or ooh, this course is not the right energy. This degree that I'm seeking is not the right energy. It's not for me. Sometimes we have this intuitive thing, and although on paper it might look good, our intuition will tell us something different, and you can't really explain your intuition. So I feel like today, mastering your intuition is definitely the really big key factor. And my intention is to be a woman today who is always in pursuit, or is consciously in pursuit of mastering her intuition today and transforming that relationship with my intuition. There are a lot of things, especially we as women, and we know things were not good for us. I feel like in high school is where this kind of starts, and we know something wasn't good for us. We know a person wasn't good for us, and we allowed it to happen anyways, and then we were hurt. And so we kind of started not trusting our intuition, and we started putting our intuition away. And that's kind of where it started, because we couldn't logically make sense of our intuition. So as women now, I feel like it's so important that the energy supportive today is to really push you into a transformation with that relationship with your intuition, so that you can really evaluate your ego in a different way. You can evaluate your environment in a different way, and all that kind of stuff. So yes, transforming our relationship with our intuition is the big key thing here. So yes, Beth, Dakota, anybody else that's hopped on here, thank you so much for spending your time with me. It really means the world that you are on here sharing this journey with me. And I am always sending love to the woman that you're meant to be, the woman you're going to be today, and the woman you're going to be tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.